Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com, and it's a new brand today. Well, kind of, not really. It's Crafter Blue watches. So when I thought of Crafter Blue originally, back before I started selling their straps, I thought they were just a strap company. That's kind of what they're known for. They sell aftermarket Seiko straps, nice, cool rubber integrated straps, really nice, very popular. We sell a bunch of them. I found out at the time when I went to go check out their website that they also have their own house brand of watches. I didn't get involved in the watches, just wanted the straps. But here we are. Obviously the last few months I've been involved in this little thing called the Islander, and it's been taking up a lot of my time. But I did strike up a relationship with Crafter Blue, and we figured, you know what? I think their watches are a great fit for my store and your wrist. So today we're going to check them out. My own wrist check. I think this was in a recent video. Very popular. These Swatch, come on, Irony Body and Soul. So it's a see-through automatic. It is an ETA movement. It is a sealed watch. So this watch is, for me, about 20 years old. The crystal is front and back. You can't open it. I guess you can, but you have to crack the crystal to open it. So not serviceable. Still runs pretty well. I am doing, on the other wrist, the Islander Turtle. Yes, I do normally. I can't believe people still ask this question. Well, I guess you can now. I like to see the new questions because it means new viewers are popping on. Yes, I do generally wear two wristwatches. So if you are new to the channel, click that little subscribe button on the lower right so you can find out all the new content that is released on the channel. Like today, right? Let's check out Crafter Blue watches. Okay, so we are getting into the Crafter Blue Swiss-made Hyperion Ocean Diver, with obviously a Swiss automatic movement, because it's a Swiss-made watch, and a 600-meter water resistance, a full 2,000 meters. The watches are big. As you can see, they are big and bulky. I have three of them for you. I'll go over the blue one and then introduce the other two later. They all retail for around the same. We'll get that out now since I usually forget. Around 700 bucks. Swiss-made 600-meter diver, Swiss movement. I think it's a pretty solid deal. So let's go over it. So we're looking at a 45 millimeter case. Okay, it's a little bit of a turtlesque case, if you will, a Cushing case. So 45 millimeters is 16.3 to an AR sapphire crystal. Has a single dome on it. The dome is very slight, but you can see distortion as I play with it a little bit. It is 50 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip. So it actually is kind of squat. And, being that it obviously has a Crafter Blue strap on it, no kidding. Crafter Blue straps, since they're molded to the end lugs, it wraps down very sharply, and the lugs come down very fast. I have a feeling it's not going to wear as large as we think, but we'll see when we try it on. It is a solid screw-down case back, and we'll go over the markings in a minute. It is obviously a Crafter Blue rubber strap. It is vulcanized rubber. It is 22 millimeters. And as I mentioned before, it's a 600-meter water-resistant watch, roughly 2,000 feet, screw-down crown, and a helium escape valve. The movement is a Sellita SW200. So screw-down crown, unscrew it. It will pop. We can wind it. We can pull out the crown 2 clicks. The second hand will stop. We can pull out 1 click, and we can change the date somehow. There it is. The date is black background, white lettering. It's full stainless steel, a combination of polished and brushed. Pretty cool, right? Almost like a Mobius bend a little bit. Brushed, polished, beautiful bezel. The bezel's awesome. It's got almost, is it like a Marine Master feel on the outside? Not the same profile, but very similar with that edging on it. The logo on the crown, once I get screwed down, there it goes. It has a logo on the crown, kind of like a trident of sorts. 120 click unidirectional ratcheting bezel. Very solid. You can hear it. You can feel it. Very easy to grab with that aggressive, it's not really knurling. Well, maybe it is knurling. I don't know. But the aggressive texture on the outside. We do have lume. We'll go over the lume in a minute. There are no markings on the bezel for numbers, just the representation of markings, 0 to 15, and then the rest of the way you have 5-minute intervals. Let's just check it out a little bit. Nice buckle. Crafter Blue buckle, obviously. It's funny, Crafter Blue can just use their own straps, and all of a sudden they have a branded strap. It does use Superluminova on the dial, and again, we'll go over that in a minute. Let's go over the case back real quick. So Swiss made, because we have Solita SW200 inside, 600 meters, 2,000 feet of water resistance. Number is Crafter Blue, and I'm not sure what that says. If anybody wants to put it in the comments, I'm happy to have you put it there. Anti-magnetic. So we see, when we look through the case back, we see a little of a window, and we see this brass colored and copper colored disc. So what is going on here? Well, the watch movement itself, as it says, anti-magnetic, it is cased in an iron cage, so to speak, or a ferrous cage, and that basically wipes out any magnetism or the capability to magnetize the movement from external forces. So it's some kind of like a Gaussian surface that surrounds the movement, and it keeps it free from getting magnetized. So, blue dial. Let's go into the black dial. Oh, the blue dial's got black hands. I probably should have said that. You know, a little bit of a red tip right there. And then we have the black dial with a little bit of, not the same blue, it's like almost like a baby blue accent, but man, it's just enough to work on this one. The seconds hand, the marks at the cardinal points, and then I guess I didn't zoom in on the dial on the blue one, so I'll do it here. Crafter Blue, professional, self-winding, 600 meters, 2,000 feet, Swiss made. I did allude to the fact that there is a helium escape valve. I've covered this in watch and learn videos. This is basically a one-way valve that during saturation diving, or when ascending from saturation diving, it allows helium, which has made its way past the seals of the watch, to get into the watch during saturation diving. It allows the helium to escape. It is a one-way valve, basically, for gas to escape the watch case, so you don't pop the crystal off. And then the last one, very similar. Is it upside down? No, it's not. Very similar, but we've traded out for a black rotating bezel. Other than that, it is the same watch. Really looks nice. Very proper. Dive watches, as you guys know, are a dime a dozen nowadays. They're all over the place. My own lineup of Islander has no less than 13 or so dive watches out of the 17 models I released so far. It is it's the #1 selling watch style for men. So if we're looking to market watches to men, we are going to make dive watches a primary concern. But I like that this one has a look all of its own. Let's check out the lume and then pop it on the wrist. So we do have beautiful blue lume and the luminous dot on the bezel. Very easy to read. I guess they're both blue. It's sometimes hard to tell when they're far away from each other, but blue dot and blue lume on the hands and markers. I can't believe I did forget to mention this. The date is loomed as well. Can you see that? The number 24, that is so cool. So here she is on my 6 3/4" wrist, and as I alluded to before, it's actually, it's big. Sure, it's a big watch, got a lot of presence. I can't get much further away. It's got a lot of presence to it, but it's not abnormally large. Only 50 on the lug tip to lug tip. Can you see that? So it really, and Crafter Blue straps, they are so comfortable. I made this one a little bit too tight, but they're so comfortable. Maybe I wouldn't wear it below the bone because the crown's going to dig into me. But compared to the Islander Turtle, it's roughly the same case size, just another 2 millimeters or so in tip to tip. So very good, quite comfortable, making it not hard, not easy making a big watch wear small. And I guess for those of you that are interested, I should start doing this more often. The crystal is, let's pull in on it, about 32 millimeters. So, guys, we're only looking at a crystal that's about the same size as, so it's about, it is like a 007 crystal. So the viewable window is the same, don't mind this one, is the same as a 007. So just very interesting to note, so a lot of the bulk of the watch is made up around the dial and not in the dial. And that will certainly wrap it up. This has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you the new Crafter Blue lineup of watches. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Questions or comments, put them down below and I'll be sure to address them as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.